Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to DeuteriumTech. In this video, we're gonna show you and we're going to review the Gamdias, or however you pronounce it, Gamdias. I think it's Gamdias because it's a gaming art emotion. Well, it's a gaming chair, and I have to drag this about 2 kilometers from the store to my home, to my apartment. And yep, I still have to set this up. Now, one of the cool things about this chair is that first, it's cheap, and second, that it has a RGB. Why am I showing this? It has a RGB lighting. You can see. And we're gonna. Okay, this gimbal is annoying. Alright, so we're going to try to plug this in and see how it looks like. So it comes with an extension USB cable, and the connector is at the back. So we're gonna try to plug that. It's hard to do when you only have two hands. Okay, where is it? There. Plug that there, and then I'm gonna plug it. Okay, that's too far. And plug it in my computer. And that's it. That's how it looks. I'm gonna shut down my lights, see if it looks any better. Well, to be honest, it's not as bright. So if you are sort of streaming and you have really bright lights, it's not going to be that noticeable. Pretty sure you can improve this if you buy a separate RGB kit, but yeah, it looks bright. It looks a bit bright in the camera, but in reality it's not that bright. So that's one thing to consider. If you're gonna stream and you have a lot of bright lights, it's not even visible from the front. Yeah, it's just that. Honestly, it's a bit underwhelming. Alright, so first impressions on this chair. I think the pillow is a bit meh, but it's not that bad. The material is a bit, it doesn't feel as premium as I would expect from a chair that's based on a race car. I mean, definitely the chair on a car is much better than this material, but it's a huge step up from the shit that I have to live with. Yeah. So I think based on the market price of the usual chairs, the usual gaming chairs, I think this one is it's around $180. Yeah, $180. About $180 in my country. That's 9,000 pesos if you're in the Philippines. I think that's fine. I mean, there are more expensive choices out there, and you know, they don't have RGB lighting too. And this one has, even though it's a bit, underwhelming. But it's fine. I haven't sat on this chair yet because I'm sweating from dragging this thing all the way from the mall to my house. It's still general quarantine, or you guys don't know that means to you. It's type of quarantine in my country where you can go outside, but there are no public transportation. Malls are open, but only partial the capacity. Anyway, there's no public transportation. I don't have a car, so I have to drag this all the way from the shop, from the mall. That's about 2 kilometers, and it's very heavy. That's another thing. This thing is very heavy. By the way, I don't know what this is called. You can move it up and down, and you can turn it like that. The only thing I don't like about this is that yeah, it shakes like that. Well, I'll be back. I'm gonna try to sit on this thing. I'm gonna take a bath first because I don't want my sweat on this chair. My first impressions on this chair is, of course, it's a really huge step up from your usual computer chair. This is a bit annoying though because my hair is hitting it. Remove it. Yeah, I think if I remove it, that's better. So the only thing that annoys me on this chair is this thing. It's shaky. It's not as stable as I want. And maybe I'll get used to it after some time. So I guess the other question is, how far can I recline this thing? That reclining thing again, because I found something that other than reclining it like, you don't see my face, other than reclining it like that, you can still recline it some more. There is this switch here. It was locked earlier, but if you put it in the free position, you can recline the chair even more. So we're gonna try that. Okay, at this point, I'm just forcing it to recline, but yeah, you can seesaw on this thing. It's almost like if it's a rocking chair, but how far can we get it to recline? This is, well, maybe I'm not that heavy, but this is as far as I could recline it, but it feels like it can still even recline some more, maybe if I was okay. That's as far as it goes. I can feel something preventing it from going even further. So I guess after a couple of weeks, I'm gonna create another video about this chair, and of course, a review. If you're going to review some product, you have to actually use it for some time so that you can give a impartial review. Because right, so I decided I'll just include this review in this video because this is not going to be very long anyway. So it's been a couple of weeks I've been using this chair, and all I can say is that 1, it's comfortable. 2, it's a bit warm the first time you use it. I guess it's because of the material that the seat uses, the synthetic leather that it's using, or I just think it's synthetic leather. Correct me in the comments if it's not synthetic leather. I actually haven't checked the specs, but yeah, the material is warm. The first time you use it, you'll notice that it's warm, but after a couple of weeks, you'll get used to it. And just to add, this part of the mechanism is a bit flimsy because sometimes you don't have to press this, you don't have to pull this lever for it to like go down. Sometimes it just fails to latch onto this armrest and it just pushes down while you're pressing it on there. So that's one thing to consider in these things, and it's likely it may be after a couple of, maybe after a year, after a long time, that this one is the first one to fail. So far I don't have any other problems with this chair except oh yeah, there's another thing, not really a problem, but there is a software that Gamdias created for this chair for controlling the RGB lighting at the back that you won't really see unless you look at the back of the chair. Thank you for watching. Hit like if you like this video, dislike it if you dislike it. Do you know of any other gaming chairs that are cheap? Let me know in the comments.